Eileen Gu defends halfpipe gold for sixth career Olympic medal. Livigno, Italy. Eileen Gu defended her Olympic ski halfpipe title on Sunday to make it 6 medals in 6 events over her Winter Games career. The 22-year-old Gu, American-born but competing for her mother's homeland of China, is already the most decorated free skier in the short history of the sport at the Olympics. She also captured 2 silver medals at the Milan Cortina Games, to pair with 2 golds and a silver from the Beijing Games. Gu won the event on the strength of her second run, a clean, technically sound pass. She got even better in her final run, pumping his ski poles after landing the final trick, and finished with a score of 94.75. Her teammate, Li Fenghui, took silver and Zoe Atkin of Britain was third. She is unreal. It's pretty crazy how good she is, New Zealand's Misha Thomas said of Gu. She is Wonder Woman. The event was rescheduled to Sunday following a big snowstorm the night before. It was a bright, sunny day as Gu shined in the final event at the Livigno Snow Park. She shielded her eyes from the sun to catch a peek of her winning score, and instantly liked what she saw. There were quite a few Gu fans at the base of the halfpipe, holding up pictures of her and waving flags. Atkin, an American-born skier who competes for her father's homeland of Britain, soared high all contest, a staggering 5.4 meters, 18 feet, above the pipe at one point. She finished 9th at the Beijing Games but has been a steady presence on World Cup podiums ever since. She has 3 victories over the last 4 years, all in events where Gu didn't compete. The 23-year-old Atkin is the defending world champion. In her second run, Thomas dropped into the halfpipe and dropped her phone. It had to be retrieved for Thomas. After the competition, she reported, "My phone is great. Never been better." Svea Irving was a DNS, did not start, in the American's second run. She returned for a third run but struggled to complete a maneuver and finished in 11th. "It was pretty insane," Thomas said on the broadcast of the competition. Atkin took the lead after the first run with a smooth performance. Meanwhile, Gu lost her balance on her first trick and cut the run short. Cassie Sharp of Canada sat out the final after a hard crash in Thursday's qualifying round. She won the gold in the event at the 2018 Pyeongchang Games and silver 4 years later in Beijing. White medium star beyond limits, the golden flight of Eileen Gu. When the snow settled in the Italian Alps on a crisp winter morning at the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina, few stories captivated the world quite like that of Eileen Gu, the American-born free skier competing for China who once again defied gravity, expectation, and history itself. On February 22, 2026, Gu soared through the chilled mountain air, her skis carving elegant arcs against the white canvas of Livigno Snow Park, landing a performance that would secure her 6th Olympic medal, and in the process cement her legacy as the most decorated freestyle skier in Olympic history at just 22 years old. Snowboarder a champion returns. 4 years earlier, at the Beijing 2022 Winter Games, Gu exploded onto the global stage as a freestyle skiing phenom, winning 2 gold medals, halfpipe and big air, and 1 silver, slopestyle, as a teenager. That remarkable debut made her the first action sport athlete to win 3 medals in a single Winter Olympics and immediately placed her among the pantheon of winter sport legends. But success wasn't destiny, it was earned. Through years of grueling training on icy peaks, meticulous preparation, and countless hours refining every twist and flip, Gu carved her own path, one marked as much by pressure as possibility. First place medals, 6 medals in 6 events. At Milan Cortina in 2026, Gu entered 3 events: slopestyle, big air, and the halfpipe, the discipline she'd first conquered on Olympic snow. She walked away from the first 2 with silver medals, proving resilient even when not atop the podium. But her final chance, the halfpipe, was her canvas, her signature, and her moment to declare once more that greatness was not a moment, but a pattern. A heavy snowstorm had delayed the event, creating a rare early morning finale on the last day of the Games, but Gu didn't let the shift disturb her focus. In her first run, she struggled, posting a score that was far below expectation. But champions don't panic, they respond. Her second run was a masterpiece: clean execution, seamless rhythm, daring tricks and artistic expression, a performance that brought her a huge score and put the competition on notice. Then, in her final go, she pushed even higher, both literally and figuratively, delivering a near-flawless run that scored 94.75, clinching the gold medal and completing another chapter in a story still being written. Military medals: 6 medals. 6 events. 1 legacy. With this victory, Gu reached an almost mythical Olympic stat line. She medaled in every Olympic event she has ever entered, 6 for 6. That includes 2 golds and 1 silver in Beijing, plus 1 gold and 2 silvers in Milan Cortina. At just 22, these numbers place her at the top of the free skiing leaderboard, surpassing even famed Canadian skier Michael Kingsbury for most Olympic medals in the sport. But numbers alone don't tell the full story. Each medal represents grueling physical challenge, overcoming self-doubt, and rebounding from setbacks, including a disappointing loss in the big air event earlier at these games. Her silver there, and in slopestyle, showed her resilience, the mind of a competitor who views competition not as pressure, but as opportunity. Globe showing Europe-Africa crossing cultures, facing criticism. Gu's journey is about more than athletic dominance. It's also shaped by identity, heritage, and the modern global stage of sport. Born in San Francisco to an American father and a Chinese mother, she chose in 2019 to represent China in international competitions starting with the 2022 Olympics. That decision brought immense attention and sometimes controversy, especially in the United States, where some commentators argued she should have stayed with the U.S. team. But for Gu, the choice was deeply personal, a way to honor her roots, inspire young women in winter sports across Asia, and help grow a sport that thrives on courage as much as creativity. Despite global scrutiny, sometimes harsh, sometimes thoughtful, she navigated these pressures with poise. In one memorable exchange with reporters, when asked whether her silver medals felt like golds lost, she rebuffed the implication as a ridiculous perspective, emphasizing how every Olympic medal is hard-earned and significant. Glowing star: the art of flying. To an outsider, free skiing, especially halfpipe, looks like pure spectacle, spins, flips, airborne elegance. But those moments are grounded in discipline, physics, trust in one's muscles and mind, and the courage to fly into the unknown. Gu describes her sport not just as athleticism but as expression, a blending of art and adrenaline. Every run is a performance, and every jump is a leap of faith. A misstep doesn't just mean lost points. It could mean injury, risk, or that fleeting moment that separates triumph from defeat. For Gu, the halfpipe was never just a track of snow, it was a stage. And in Milan Cortina, she once again proved that her best work emerges when the stakes are highest.